As a student of Donjitsu Ryu, I will respect the value of all existing life, seek the true motivation of life, be humble, build a good character, build a strong universal self, build my techniques within an unshakable manner, use Donjitsu Ryu for success and of ultimate perception, and provide security for loved ones, country, and what's right. No pain, no gain. Surpass ourselves. Today is a reality, tomorrow is a promise, yesterday was history. I believe in Purple Dragon Donjitsu Ryu system because I believe in me. Ush, she. Thank you so much. You know, in Trinidad and Tobago, our beautiful island, it took us 40 years before the government could recognize Purple Dragon work. 40 years before they give us the Hummingbird Gold in 2010. 40 years. I'm in the States for 3 years now, since 2013. And the American people see it fit in 3 years to say, listen, we need people like you here, working with young people. Here is the key to the city of Newark, New Jersey. And that is amazing. And you know, while I'm glad to receive it, and I receive it with good faith, and I'm going to work as hard as I can over there as much as I'm working here, but it's really, really distasteful and disgraceful. When your own country, it'll take 40 years to say, you're doing okay, you know, you're doing okay. And the next man in a big country with millions and millions and millions of people saying, hey, we're glad we have you here. That's what we want here. We want people like you to come over here. So I don't want you guys to feel that all is lost, the young ones. Because I came from right here, from a place called Mondiablo. Some of you might know where Mondiablo is, but from Mondiablo, yes. Thank you, yes. And born right up in the hospital here in San Fernando, live in Superior, live in Laventille, live all over the place where people think that nothing could come out good. Nothing can come from there, and it's not true. If you guys train hard, think hard, and do all the right things, it will be all right. And I want you all to remember, I think it's Confucius, maybe Confucius, he says, it might not be him, you can always check online. But he says, if you think you can, or if you think you cannot, you're usually right. So if you think you could do it, yes you can. If you think you cannot do it, you're right too. So you and your senseis and teachers and the parents, we have to instill in you and in us the yes I can and the yes I will attitude. Once we have that attitude, it'll be tough, it'll be rough, but you're going to keep moving forward and you will make it. You will make it. Because if I could come from Mondiablo and make it to the world, you guys in this time, which is a better time, you guys could go further with Purple Dragon help, with your parents' education, with your love, with your all kinds of stuff. You could make it. You just have to do a few things. I was talking to George this morning from ACT Television. He came at my house to interview me this morning, and he was saying that he wanted to do the interview this morning rather than this evening, because he wanted me to have all the time with you all. And I said, well, maybe Saturday we could do it. He said, no, Saturday I have to go to the prison. I have to go to the prison and interview the young people in the prison on Saturday. And they're doing some nice work, he told me, standing up there filming us. The prison, the people doing some nice work, you know, nice work. They're painting pictures, and they're going to have a show this weekend in the mall and to show off their painting and all that. And that's a good thing when you're going to do work in the prison, or it's a good thing when you have a police athletic league, or you have a police group with police officers getting young boys and young girls and going out and mentor them. Police officers, don't get angry with me, please. Take it easy. Going to mentor the young girls and mentor the young boys. But you know what we want the police to do? With all due respect, we want the police to try to mentor them, like how Paul Purple Dragon mentoring you. Not when you go to jail and you get processed and you hardly have a chance. And when you come out of jail, everybody pointing their finger and say, man, he's a jail boy, that's a jail girl, that's a jailbait. They don't want to give you a job. We just came back from Japan. They have no uses for police in Japan. No use. They only have police in Japan as formalities. Because there's so much discipline and no crime and no problems. Police walking and picking up a piece of paper by the road. They have no use for no police. If you're a lawyer in Japan, that is not no big thing. A lawyer don't mean nothing in Japan. Because lawyer can't make no... Everybody who have a lawyer is a lawyer in Japan, have a garden. They planting garden and doing law because they can't make money doing law in Japan. No problem, no fighting, no divorce, no set of all them things. Because the people over there is a disciplined group of people. In Trinidad, it's fight, it's school children killing one another, it's this one beating up that one, and all that. So, the Purple Dragon students, please, I'm begging you, and I'm not embarrassed to beg you, please, keep going the way that you're going. Don't let no police come and put their hand on you for no nonsense, thieving a cell phone and beating a woman and going to school with a cutlass in your bag and a knife or ice pick to stab up an ex-child, or the principal afraid you, the dean afraid you and your parents, everybody afraid you. Everybody should love you. Everybody should respect you. Everybody should want to be around you. No teacher should want to afraid of you and they're afraid of your parents. Teachers should want you to come in and embrace you and say, that's a good kid. And when you leave school, before you leave, the teacher should be reminding you all the time. Come back and see me. If you want a recommendation, I will sign the recommendation for you. Your teacher should be telling you that as you're graduating. Not your teacher going, get away from me. So you all don't guff up for no teacher and don't puff up for no teacher. Same way you don't want to guff up to your parents and puff up to your parents. Don't do that. Come here, practice your martial arts, practice the discipline. Try to do your best. Now you see how you all sitting here? All those parents up there who have your cell phone, when you get a chance before they stand up, take a picture of this. Take a picture of this because you wouldn't see a child sitting down like this in school. You wouldn't see a child sitting down this in swimming or football or cricket or hockey. You wouldn't see this nowhere else. So try and take a picture and blow it up and put it on your wall because you ain't going to see it nowhere else. Right now you're in shock how they sit down so quiet because you can't get them to do that home. They foot on the couch, they pelting. All they behave well themselves. That's all they tell them. Watch what's going on here. See what's going on? All you have they gain all your headache and gray hair to do this. So now, those parents who like what you're seeing, and in between a kid with me, now and then we have to take one. Sit down quiet. Sit down quiet. It's okay. Every now and again. But this is a sight to behold. This is beautiful. We could keep you guys like this. You guys are going to turn out beautiful and your parents will be so happy. Your husband will be happy. Your wife will be happy. Your mother will be happy. Your siblings will be happy. The country will be better off for having kids like this. Half of you guys here done thinking about quitting already. Don't quit. Make it to your black belt. Sit down, please. I want to thank you all for being black belts, and I'm thanking you all because you didn't abort your mission. I'm also aware that some of you all have flaws. I'm aware of that. We all have flaws. Some have worse than others. So I'm aware that some of us have flaws, and I'm aware that parents are aware that some of us have flaws. I'm aware. I'm not stupid. But generally, you guys trying your best. The majority of you. So, be a good example. Be a good example. Maintain the example. Maintain the example. And we're going to make it. Parents, don't use blackmail. We get in there. Don't use blackmail on your children. Don't tell them. You know, you guys doing so well in karate. In Purple Dragon, you guys doing so fantastic. You're not doing so good in school. Your grades falling. So here what happened. I'm going to take you out of karate as punishment. When your grades get better, I'm going to put you back in karate. That's the worst blackmail to use. The parents who are doing that, I don't know you. All I know, you're a good parent trying your best. But don't use Purple Dragon to blackmail your children. Don't use that. Why would you take a good thing and make a good thing bad to get something good? Right? So if they're doing good, what you should do instead is find their teacher, the sensei, and say, thank you, my son, my daughter, my grandchild, is doing better. They're doing better. They might be the best in school as yet. The grades might fall a little bit, but the grade didn't fall because of karate. Maybe they come with low grades. And that's why you join them in karate, to get some discipline. Maybe a doctor or somebody recommend that they should go and learn some discipline. Because some of you guys too need a little more discipline, some of the parents. Not so much the people from South, mostly the people from town. Yeah, seriously. Because, and I'm not saying this to try to please you. If you guys came to Port of Spain and came to some of the other gradings, the way you're sitting in your uniforms, neat and beautiful, you would see what I'm saying is the truth. Anytime if you feel I'm lying, wait until we have a next grading, and at random, go to one of the other gradings and just look at the people here and see if you'll see the same thing in town. You'll see it, but it's harder. The people in South just have a special something about them. You guys just different. Yeah, that's different. You guys are different people. You guys are awesome. And that's why we want your kids to come out the best, and we're going to work hard. And we're going to do all we could do to get your kids to the satisfaction that you really want. But we have to do it together. Small man, what's your name? Joshua. Joshua, where you from? Which dojo? Gasparillo dojo. Joshua he's a bright boy. Very bright. Not giving his parents no trouble. Let's just say hypothetical. Joshua is just a good guy. I'm Joshua's daddy. Right? I'm a karate daddy. Right? I'm not taking away daddy. Right? Okay. I'm Joshua daddy, but Joshua doing all the good things, but I'm never saying, Joshua, you're doing so good. Joshua, I'm so proud of you. Joshua is awesome. Joshua, give me a high five. Bam! Right, I'm not hugging my boy when we're watching TV. He over there, and he playing with his game, and I over here behind my computer because he doing good. Because I'm bright, mommy bright, family bright, doctor, lawyer, but Joshua start to rebel. Joshua throwing on thing and breaking thing. Joshua started to get trouble in school. Because here what Joshua realized. Joshua, look when I go and talk to Joshua. Joshua, the teacher called me and tell me that you're giving some trouble. Joshua say yes. You know why? Because now I'm talking to Joshua. So he's now getting my attention. He's not a bad boy, but he's not getting my attention when he do something good. He only getting my attention when he ain't do something good. So deliberately he doing bad things to get my attention. If you spend a little more time with Joshua and say, Joshua, how you doing? How was your day? You know daddy love you. You know mommy love you. Instead of, boy, you know I'm a single father. You know I'm a single mother. You know I'm sucking salt to mine you. If you keep sucking salt, you'll get high blood pressure. Stop doing that. Right? You know, and stop. Right? So, you know, yeah, that's just obvious. So what we have to do is to spend time telling our wife how she okay and she awesome, and thanks for the coffee and thanks for the tea and thanks for the juice. Not because she marry you, she have to wash your clothes or she have to do that. Still say thank you, because she's not your slave, but he is not your slave neither. Not because he's working and you stay at home and sleep and you're getting to put on your wig and your different tricks and you're looking nice, right, and stuff like that. You all take it easy. You know, tell him thank you too. And you all keep saying thank you and let them know. You know, Shihan, if you're married to somebody, you're living with them or around them for more than 7 years, you don't tell them how much you love them as much. After 7 years, people don't tell people they love them again. When you're vexed, they say, I love you, and look what you make me do. Yeah, that's what it does. Back inside Joshua. Keep telling people, I love you. Keep telling your wife how beautiful she is. Keep telling your husband, himself his belly get big, big, big. Tell him how nice he is. Are serious. You know why, ladies? Here why. Right now in Trinidad, all you have to try and take treatment pretty good. Because Venezuela having a crisis. Right. Treat us very good, ladies. Hug us up, hold us, make tea, scratch our head. When we lie down on this, you sit down on the couch and let us put our head on your lap and scratch our head like a little pet dog. And men like that. Don't fool yourself. Don't let the big muscle fool you. We like pamper up just like a baby. And if you all don't do it, if you don't do that, Venezuela in crisis and all them pie all coming here. Married or not married, you are in trouble because them girls real nice. Them Venezuelans are telling you. Every Miss Universe and every Miss World has have a finalist. Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico. Next 10 years, Trinidad looking brown, you know. So all those of you who married, don't tell yourself married vow will help you. That ain't gonna help you. Spend 10 hours putting on your braids and everything to look nice. Them girls born nice, you know. Just do this. Right, that's an interlocking. Whenever we're gonna fight and we're gonna lock neck, that's how you lock the man's neck, right? Right, you all take your position, please. Right. Right, so here, right. And there, you put a pillow, you can, right, put your hand here so she can get a little head raise, right, and put your hand so he can get a little head raise, right. So you could wrap to your husband. The foot, the both of them in the feet is back in their mother's womb. And this here, I don't know if you all know what a yin and yang is. And quite, you know, it's like a two fish upside down, and you see it on the Japanese and the Korean and the Chinese yin and yang. And it's like a circle, right? So this is the circle around here. The circle, and the heart. One of them, the heart is down, and the other one is heart is up. But if they turn the next direction, one will be heart will be down, and sometimes your heart not feeling so good about your husband and your wife. Because one heart up, one heart down, it's a little low, just like how it is now. So you all could put a little pillow under your wife's head, under your children, mother and father could do it, mother and son, father and son, and look at where your face is, and you all could rap to one another. But don't say nothing bad about one another. And she right in his face, and he right in her face, and they could talk about how you can make family better. This is the position, and it help the family to stay together and talk. And you see the person upside down. So when last you talk to your husband upside down, you're a gymnast. Because when you have a fight, you're upside down. So when you're going to love and talk about the family, go upside down to see it differently and talk to him, talk to her, right? And do this a couple of times, like about 9 days, and see what happens, right? And that's how you keep families together, by putting and dropping. Yeah, very important. But again, we're not in that. But you hurt my feelings, and I was observing you, and I had an app on my phone, and I was following you, and you didn't know I had no ways. Once that's stupid, you learn cell phone mash up your family. Don't do that. Try and keep it together, because when two elephants fight, the earth beneath the elephant takes a beating, a brutal beating. When two elephants fight, they're so big and strong, shake the earth. You know who the earth is? Our children. When mommy and daddy is the elephant, and grandma and mother-in-law and father-in-law and brother-in-law, and people getting involved in your business, and they trample it, and once they don't want, why daddy have to fight mommy? Why mommy have to fight? Daddy, you're going to leave mommy and see again. I know, because I went through that. When I was 4 years old, I see that fight with my mother and father in Mount Diablo, and they separate, right? And stuff. So I don't want that kind of thing for the others here. So I'm just telling you my business. I'm telling you the life story. It's not an easy thing, but it's possible that you pull through. So all these things is important. Very, very important. Keep your family together. Give your daughter a little more credit. Give your son a little more credit. Give your wife or your husband, give your mother a little more credit. Father's Day coming up. Buy us something a little more expensive. The little ones, when we finish grading here today, I don't care what the results is. When we finish grading, I want you guys, listen to me. I want you to get up in the audience. I want you to find your mother, find your father, find your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunt, your uncle, whoever bring you, your cousin, your big brother. Find them. Give them a big hug. Look up in their face and say, thank you for coming and support me. If your wife comes to support you and she's in the audience, when she comes down, hug her and say, thanks, baby. I appreciate. I know you wanted to go stay home and see Donald Trump, but you come out, right? And stuff, or whoever, and support me. You know, so give them that little support. Tell them thank you. Thank yous go a long, long way. You know, 7 years, Shian, you don't tell people you love them. Everybody who hugging their children, try and hug your children and count from 1 to 20. 20 seconds. Give your child 20 seconds hug. If you want to give them more when you sit down watching a TV program, let your little son lean up on you, your daughter lean up on you. You have 5 of them, give everybody a spot. And let them lean up on you. And that is how you was born. You ever see little puppy dogs? When puppy dogs small, all them pile up on one another. You know, I mind dogs. I love dogs. And that dog's close. And the next thing, everyone always try to have a dog, even if it's a putter. If you go home and your husband ain't give you enough love, or your children or your wife, and you have a dog, time you reach home, your dog does give you the missing love. He'll run and lick you, and you feed him in a pan, an old bowl that you have washed for 3 weeks. The bowl have all kind of gum on it, and you're feeding him in that, and as soon as you go home, he wagging his tail, and he come in to lick you. He say, "Go on, Fluffy. Fluffy, go don't jump on my clothes before." Fluffy don't care if you have on a suit or if you have on old clothes. Fluffy just love you. So when you have a dog in your house, more than likely your house will be more happy. Because if you ain't get enough love from your children when you go home, your dog does give you the missing love. I have 5 dogs, 4 in Trinidad and 1 in the States. You know, my wife should be here with me right now. She coming in tomorrow. Because we was on tour for a whole month, so we didn't have the dog for a month. So she said, "You go to Trinidad, I'll spend the next week with the dog, right? And I'll come and see you tomorrow and travel." Because when we leave here, we head into England Sunday and Spain, and so our tour will finish around July 17. I'll be finished. So you didn't come here to be in the grading. You come here to finish this grading and finish well. What did I say? You come here to do what? Finish it, and finish how? Finish. I didn't hear you. You come to what? I still didn't hear you. Right, finish the grading and finish it well. We're going to start with a big round of applause, so I want you to start with good energy, right? All right, on your feet. Let me hear you, let me hear you, let me hear you, let me hear you. All right, guys, thank you very much.